Good day, everyone. I don't just know why I'm so excited to be here to be here today. Yeah, in continuation to our analysis, I'm very excited. We're analyzing chapter 3, which is focus. This chapter is breathtaking. Like it's a recipe to happiness. It will open your eyes to see things that you feel does not matter. In this present generation we are in, everything in quotes is automated. Our cars are automated, even airplanes are automated. Our computers do everything for us. Automated email, automated this, automated that. So it's a very difficult thing for us to exercise our brain and to make our brain focus. You know, focus, focus these days have been a very difficult task to everybody because normally when we talk about focus, focus deals with your instinct. Focus deals with the ability to shut down the noises around you and to stick to one thing. Even if you want to multitask, stick to two things, stick to five things, and not everything around you is not disturbing at the moment. Yes, that is what focus is all about. But in our present generation, where everything is automated, our brain is now relaxed. So the computer takes the job, and all we do is just we sit down and monitor. In this book now, there is a record of a plane crash that now this plane crash, this plane sank into the Atlantic Ocean. Why? Just because okay, the plane was on autopilot and the pilot tube got frozen and the likes. So the pilot got confused, doesn't know what to do. The radar was giving signs, the emergency light was on, everything like that. Till he flew above the altitude the plane should not exceed. And at that moment, he lost control of the airplane. And the plane was going down till it entered into the Atlantic Ocean. Now, the cause of this is the lack of focus. The lack of focus did not give him the ability to make the right decision. Everything just happened according to a flash, and the next thing they will see is the surface of the Atlantic Ocean, and they sink in. Now, the problem now is that automation these days, it has penetrated almost all aspects of our lives. Everything we are having is automated. Even cars now are having automated brakes that normally without you pressing the brake, the when the car senses danger, it presses the brake itself. But what we don't understand is that as automation becomes more common, the risk that our attention will fail on some things is very high. When there is automation, we give less attention to things that matters. Things that are supposed to catch our eyes, we don't give attention to them. Why? Because everything it seems to be automated. I'll now write-ups now are not done with the brain again. There is chat GPT, even your pictures can be generated on AI, artificial intelligence, you know, many things, automation. What can you think of? You don't need to you don't need to stress yourself again. You don't need to think of being creative again. All you have to do is just type in a word and it brings it. So the automated factor is not letting us see the big picture of life. It's not letting us use our brain. And what we don't understand is that computer is a programmed machine and it fails. It fails you sometimes. the automated brake fails you sometimes. Probably in a situation where there is an emergency and you need to step in and take over the automation. Then you feel that there is this glitch in your brain when when you have to transit from your relaxed state to a panic attention. So then you tend to be panicked. You tend to have this glitch. Everything seems blurry. You don't know what to do. All alarms are blaring. And at that moment, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. Why? Because focus can be practiced, focus can be built, but automation have killed our ability, our cognition, the cognitive domain in us. Automation have killed it that we are not building our focus. We are not building the ability for us to be productive. Automation is making us a robot. Automation is making us a dummy. Automation is taking over our life, taking over our brain, and leaving us brainless. Life then, in the past, have always been that we the humans do the work and computers assist in some tasks, okay, just to make things faster. But now, reverse is the case. Reverse is the case. Computers do the work, and we sit down there like a flower pot, monitoring for some light that want to shine, monitoring for some emergency lights that we need to take over, monitoring one kind of silly things that we cannot even take charge again. It's very difficult now to focus. It has been difficult to focus last year. Right now, it's even more difficult to focus. What is the solution to focus? The solution is storytelling, telling yourself stories. How do I mean? Imagining things before they happen. For example, you are driving to work. Start imagining, okay, when you get to the work, what are the things that can happen in the work? Like let the pictures be coming to your brain. Be drawing things. With that, things won't meet you. Things won't meet you suddenly. No, it won't happen. It won't come so suddenly that you won't be able to control. When emergency happens, when everything is automated, we have no idea what to do because we've not created what if in our mind. So there is no demo of this kind of thing in our mind. There is no simulation. We've not played any simulation in our mind. We've not told ourselves of scenarios like this before. No, it just happened and we are clueless. But the solution to that is to create some imaginary clues, some imaginary story, some imaginary thoughts. Okay, what if I get to the office? Okay, this then my worker will greet me. What if this happened? What if this happened? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like create the story in your brain, create the storyline, and you see that everything. You just see that it's going together. It's going together. When the emergency will happen, when the emergency will happen, then you'll be able to control it. Yes. If you want to make yourself more sensitive to small details in your work, cultivate a habit of imagining as specifically as possible what you expect to see and do when you get to your desk. Then you'll be prone to notice the tiny ways in which real life deviates from the narrative inside your head. If you need to improve your focus and learn to avoid distractions, take a moment to visualize with as much details as possible what you are about to do. It's easier to know what's ahead when there is a well-rounded script inside your head. Fine, there will be information overload. There will be information overload. And let me tell you something. Most times, when information overload happens, when it occurs, we ourselves are not even aware it's happening. And that is why it's very dangerous. When the functional overload occurs and you are not aware, you don't even know it's happening. And that is why it's extremely dangerous. At that moment when we've created the imagination, we tend to accomplish in building a mental model, in quotes. We build a mental model that will put us in charge of anywhere we are, either be it in a meeting, either they call you anytime, you are in charge. Your imagination have put you firmly in charge of your situation. Lastly, let me read this to you before we call it a day. You can't delegate thinking. Computers fail, checklists fail, everything can fail, but people can't. We have to make decisions, and that includes deciding what deserves our attention. The key is forcing yourself to think. As long as you are thinking, you are halfway home. Have a good day.